going down?
How was your week? Did you have a good week? Welcome back, you guys. Kickin Monday. It's just such a joy and a privilege to do this every week for you and for us. We get just as much joy out of it as you guys do, and it's pretty much an awesome thing. I will address it in one of the questions. Somebody talked about my income and working and YouTube and all that stuff, so I was going to share something, but I think I'll save it for that question.
Holy guacamole.
Let's get started, guys. We have over 4 pages, right, of typed questions.
Fantastic.
So if you're new to our channel, let's see if I cannot mix them up. If you're new to our channel, how this works is that you leave a comment or a question that you have for us down below in the comment section.
Keep going.
I know what way it goes.
Okay. We're good.
Anyway, yeah, so how this works, guys, is that we take your comments or questions, you just leave them down below, and then we answer them in next week's video. And so, yes, if you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so happy that you're here. And it really just started out as us as a way to help you guys out there. This YouTube thing is the most beneficial way to reach a maximum amount of people in our exposure. I wonder how far our further subscriber lives from us. We are in Oregon, so
I have no idea.
I wonder let's see who our further subscriber is. How fun is that, right? So, okay, first question, we're just gonna
What you could do is just say, just leave a comment, and all the comment needs to be is like the state or the country you live in, and then have the kids do a geography lesson on it. See, there you go.
I would love that. Can you guys do that for us? Leave a comment down below of where you live. Maybe
all the comment has to say is like New Zealand
you don't
or Australia.
Have to write a question unless you want to write a question, and then just add that.
Just put where you're at.
That's fun for us to learn where you guys are coming from. Okay, so first question: can you make a tough love purse?
Oof.
Be great to have some time to stop me before I even open my purse. And then you're reading, we asked last week what you guys were reading. I'm reading Mindfulness by Jen Stifer, How to Cure Anxiety, Worry, and Depression While Living with Peace and Happiness. Because being in a financial mess is tough. It is. That's why we're here, you guys, to try and help you out, navigate this stuff. Of course, I'm reading my Bible because trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, Proverbs 3:5. When I say that memory verse in my mind all the time, trust in the Lord and do not try and understand everything, because I have to have reasoning with everything. So thank you, Debbie, for sharing. I love it. And the Tough Love purse, remember years ago I said we should make a purse. Wait, this could be really cool.
Oh yeah, bring out my eyes.
That's a financial that has
satchel.
That has the wallet. That has the wallet as part of the purse. Wouldn't that be cool? I know, I've thought about that before. It's funny you mentioned that. Tracy, I'm at the end of baby step 2 and I'm thinking forward to baby step 3. I have large remodeling projects that need to be done in my house and 1 income. The only way I see to do this is to open an equity line of credit. If I try to cash flow the remodel, then neither baby step 3 nor the remodel will ever get done. Are there any other options you can think of? Large remodeling projects. How large are your large? Like adding 1,200 square feet large?
Or putting in a new floor in your kitchen. You know,
I would say smaller projects definitely cash flow. As you're working on baby step 3, since you're at the end of step 2. But larger ones, I don't know. I guess it's a question of how long you're going to be in your house. If it's worth it to possibly refinance.
The ROI question.
Return on investment. If you're going to be, what does our lender say? He's told us if you're going to be there for longer than 5 years.
5 years.
Then yes, it's worth it. We're actually getting ready to do quite a few remodeling projects on our house, so I get where your question is coming from. Depends on your situation, and have you guys remodeled, and how did you handle your remodeling projects? Because we definitely don't want you to lose steam on baby step 3. That is a priority. We don't want you to have like this Taj Mahal gorgeous house and then not have a savings. So it depends on your projects. Maybe have like an 18-month plan and cash flow each one as you go, possibly. Okay, so it's absolutely awesome being able to bless someone else. Case in point, I love this comment. We had an excellent waitress last night at the steakhouse. My tea was never below 3/4 full. My wife had a second Coke before she was half finished with the first. We were very well taken care of. My wife and I usually budget out a Christmas gift as just a random act of kindness, and she was the recipient of a $50 tip. I'm not typing this to toot our horn. I'm typing it to say that she was blown away by our gesture, almost to the point of tears, and then let us know that would cover her 2-year-old's Christmas gift. That right there blessed us more than she'll know. Keep up the vids, and Josh, good luck on taking an elk.
Yeah.
That's incredible. We are planning to bless. When we do Christmas, we've talked about it, and it's anonymously, and we do not. We like to bless anonymous people, and we like to anonymously do it. Although I do have a couple things that the kids and I are going to do that are direct with people that we can't hide that. Like our favorite is to take hot coffees to gas attendants who are freezing in this weather. So we plan on doing that this December, but it's the best feeling. And a $50 tip might have not seemed like much to you guys, but to this waitress who might not be able to keep her lights on or buy food, let alone a 2-year-old Christmas present, that's just amazing. I love it. I pray about it, how God could use us every single year, and He never disappoints, and it's so exciting. So thank you for sharing that.
I can get the next one.
Okay.
I look forward to these every week. I'm like, it's Monday. But at least I can listen to you both while I sort emails.
Oh, that's purposely. I didn't know you could act that way.
What's his name? Dave Ramsey's old guy. He wrote Twitter. He's on the book.
Chris Hogan?
No, the other guy. The short guy.
Not that you're old, Chris.
He's on the new...
John Acuff.
John Acuff. He always does that when he's talking. He's like,
He does. He's not old, though. You just call him an old guy.
Did I? I didn't mean that.
He's probably pretty younger.
He's probably older or younger than us. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going to say young guy.
But that's why I think Mondays work so well, you guys, because these videos purposely, and if you like us on Facebook, I will go every once in a while and just drop. I hope to do it more in the future, but just to encourage you and inspire you that even that it does not, it's not fun that it's Monday, you can still make it a great week. And it starts with your outlook and your attitude from right then. That determines how the rest of your week is going to go. So we try our best on Mondays to make them
Disclaimer
happy.
here though, warning. Next week might have some lag time. Next Monday.
Well, no, because you're going to get an elk right away, and then we're going to be able to put up a video as normal.
Okay then.
Yeah, that's how that's going to work.
All right.
Here's elk hunting next weekend, guys. We'll see how it goes. It's so good to have you guys back. Missed you. We missed you too. We've been back
Where'd we
doing this
go?
for what now?
Was I here?
It's probably been a while for this individual. A couple months, 6 weeks or so, we've been back on this regular schedule, and we love it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new vids. If you haven't already subscribed, down below. The people you're inspiring is amazing. You're inspirational. The love and affection between the two at the table is so incredible. The way you look at each other and laugh together makes me feel the need for that unconditional love in my life. Be safe, guys, and sending you blessings. You know what? It wasn't always like this, and I think
It wasn't always unicorns and blue butterflies.
and it's not. Have you seen that quote that says, social media is just a highlight reel of everybody's best moments? It's true. Not that this is real life. We're not just turning on the camera and faking this for 30 minutes. But
So as soon as the camera's off, I'm going to grab her by the throat and just way up.
and then he's going to force me to make another video next week.
Uh-huh.
No, but I think that us and our relationship is a celebration of all the hard times that we had to go through. And it's inspiring. We get inspired by other people as well. So it's definitely, we're just on the ladder of inspiration that, we all need those people around us. And it is, happiness in a marriage with a spouse is possible. And we are living proof. I mean, not every day is perfect, but I think it's just a culmination of everything we've learned. We respect each other. We work really well together.
It's contentment too.
And being content where you are, that is so good. And being content with a red box movie after the kids go to bed.
Being appreciative and contentment. I mean, if you appreciate where you're at and you're content with where you're at.
Yeah. And aim high.
It's good.
If you're single out there and you think love is never going to come your way, or you're a young person, I want you guys to aim high. Yeah, young buck. If you just let me talk without interrupting. Okay, I got this one.
Okay.
Anyway, aim high, you guys, and set your standards. Set that bar super, super high, because then you stand a better chance of getting this instead of wading through the ick to get to a point like this. So don't just settle. Like, you are worth so much more than you believe you are. And it's not just, I think that's another thing that's the beauty of this channel, is you come for the financial stuff, but yet hopefully you get that this relationship, this marriage is possible, and through hard work and perseverance and a lot of prayer, you can have this too. And just never sacrifice, never sell yourself short. Okay, that's my 2 bits.
That's free. Why'd you scoot over?
I didn't move.
My Twinkiness won't fit in the chair.
I went on to once a month meals but couldn't find a vegan or vegetarian plan. Do they have one? Thanks. Yes, they do. Once a month meals does have a plan. Okay, we're going to answer this question because it's along the same lines as once a month meals. I'm glad you said something about the link to once a month meals in last week's video. I am going to sign up in December. I'll make sure to use the link. Also, thank you for stating that you're affiliated and benefit financially. I think it's great that YouTubers can make money posting videos and partnering with companies. The transparency reaffirms that you are honest and will give your true opinion on companies and products that cross your path. Keep up the good work, guys. You know what? How could we not tell you that we are affiliated? This is our first affiliation. We have been approached a lot by a lot of network companies that want us to join their network. And in return, they offer some value. I haven't quite figured it out yet. And they take half of our proceeds. So,
and when you take half of hardly anything, that's not a whole lot.
We are growing, and we're grateful for what we do get. But it's true. We don't say yes to, in fact, we have probably said no to 90 of the things that have come across the table and said yes to this one because we believe in the service. We love it.
Well, it's something we use and we believe it. I mean,
it's a different, it's just different. So yeah, by clicking on that link down below, you guys, in the description box, we get a little bit of money. It helps fund our baby steps, to put food on our table, to help me be a stay-at-home, homeschooling, working with Debtisdum mama, and I'm so appreciative. So thank you guys for that. And yes, if you think about signing up, please use that link. I know Dave says baby step 3 is 3 to 6 months of expenses, which he said is about $10,000 to $15,000 for most people. However, having disabilities, I can't work, and I only bring in about $9,000 for the year. That is supporting 3 people on that amount. Do you have any suggestions on how to get there?
I'm hoping these 3 people are really little and they can't support themselves.
But even if they're really little, yeah, that was my question too.
Because if they're like teens or friends or something, they need help.
Are you a mama with two kiddos? That's what I'm thinking. Because if it's a spouse, they definitely can work, right, guys? They can help you out in that department. And if they are kiddos,
it's like $850 a month. It kind of falls back almost on the emergency fund, where Dave says if you made $25,000 less a year, then your emergency fund's only $500 because the ratios. So if you only have $9,000-$10,000 of income a year, I would say maybe your emergency fund would be like $2,500, $3,500
to $5,000. Yeah, I definitely half your emergency fund. But if these are teens in your household, please send them to work. Please tell them to go get a job and help you if you can.
You can give them a dose of tough love.
That actually is doing them a great
favor.
Yeah. So you can do it, sister. It might be a slower pace, but you can do it. Anyone can do this. Thanks for the great answers. My question is, when we get to baby step 3, would it be wise to start putting a little money aside for college for our 2 boys who will be entering college in 4 to 5 years? With our income, it would take about the same amount of time to complete baby step 3.
Poof.
Okay, so here's my take on sending kids to school. This is originally why we started out with Financial Peace. I said I want our kids to have a better chance than we did, and to be able to go to the best college and just have an overall better life. Okay, now 6 years later, that has changed because I realized we needed to go through what we went through to get to this point. So the kids' college, it's a baby step. It isn't, this is how I view it. It's not the end all be all thing that we're trying to accomplish right now. We're trying to set ourselves up in a position to where, great, if we can pay a term of tuition or a year of books, fabulous. If not, then get a job.
The way the baby steps are set up is to do them in order, and taking or carrying a baby step your 3 to 6 months, and then your 15% of investing is
Until
before
retirement.
college
Yeah.
for the kids.
For a
because
reason, you
for a
guys.
reason, because just like she said, if they're old enough, they can help out. They can get a job and they can help out. Granted, I'm sure you're like us and want to do everything possible for your kids you possibly can, and I want to, but if it means that I have to work 5 years longer because I can't retire, or they get a job, they're going to get a job because
They
I'm going to
have
retire.
many more years in their life than
You do.
Yeah. So once you get over that guilt of, if we fund the kids, as I hope and pray we get to fund their college education, but if we don't, they're going to be okay. And once that you've accepted that and that guilt isn't there, it sets you free, honestly. And go ahead.
What I was going to say is I'm going to piggyback off this, and if you guys need some inspiration, go to last week's video or the week before, because there was like 4, 5, 17, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that made comments on there that said, hey, I go to school full time, I'm taking college part time, I've got a full-time job, and I've got an emergency fund, and I've got a car, and I'm doing it all on my own.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
So it can be done. I don't want to just say that that's how it has to be, obviously, but
it
can be done. It's
without
possible.
excuses. It's possible. And that link to that video will be at the end of this one. Okay. Do you have a video for newly married couples? We are struggling to learn how to split or share. Do we have one account or 2 accounts? Help, please. That's a great question. Man, if we had this when we were early married. Require your kids to take FPU, you guys, before
There you
they
go.
get married. That's their first wedding gift because it's life-changing. We don't have a video, just speaking to newly married out of 900.
No, the first recommendation would be go find a FPU class ASAP and take it.
Yes, please, please, please.
That will
please.
answer, hopefully, and give you direction on everything you need to know to get your finances under one roof in one household.
But how you should view your finances once you are married, because you guys are, is together. You are one, not 2, you're 1. Okay? Another fun video. My husband shaves his head completely. I'll remind him it's No Shave November. Remember that? Laugh out loud. We are doing baby step 1 and 3 combined. We have no debt other than our mortgage, but we are way behind in this game. We will need to get serious about retirement too.
Sweet.
Yes.
He's right. It's No Shave November.
She said that in
Nice.
big whole capital.
Nice. Can you share your rice and beans recipes that are meatless? I can't eat spicy food, and neither can my hubby.
Yeah, thanks. You know what? We don't have very many. Ours was incredibly spicy that we used to make back in the day.
It was spicy or salty?
It wasn't very good. Our rice and beans recipe, which we shared in a video, but
man, we could do rice and beans. We ate it for like a week, and I went.
yeah,
I gained like
because of the
10
salt.
pounds.
It was terrible. So if you guys have a good rice and beans recipe, please let us know down in the comments. And if you can't leave a link, you should be able to leave a link. If you can't, just write the blog name and the recipe name. That way we can go find it, because I'll be watching that too.
And we can share it with
We
others.
can share it with share
Yeah.
love, baby. I know you guys have talked about Josh's overtime and extra income during baby step 2. Christine, did you get a job outside of the home or consider at any point during baby step 2? I know YouTube has been a source of extra income for you during the process, but what about a conventional Dave job? With 4 kids and only 2 that are school age, my role at home saves us on childcare costs. But I've been considering a part-time evenings and weekends job to help us get a bigger shovel, but I don't know how realistic it is. I would love your perspective.
Do we have enough time? We got 2 minutes, 15
I
seconds.
know, that's a hard one before the camera.
Let her
We
rip.
have to
Just
restart the camera.
Just pause a little bit.
So pray, I guess, is the best. YouTube is an answer to a prayer that I just never knew that I was
Needed.
even praying or needed at the time. I knew I wanted to provide a source of income, and I knew I wanted to help our family. He is so good at taking care of the basics, but we really needed something extra to help us get out of debt. And so it's crazy how I love that quote. I don't know who it's by, but by helping other people get what they want, you are blessed because of it, or you get what you want in return. And it's so true. If by helping you guys, it has made our life so incredibly happy, and as a side benefit, I get paid. So that's a hard one. I would say look at your strengths. What are you good at? Maybe it's you have an enormous amount of patience for children, and you can bring in somebody else's child to watch, maybe just one child every week, and kind of treat it as a mini daycare scenario. But also, are you crafty? Are there things that you can be doing? Etsy is amazing. I love to support Etsy when I can because it's other people, you know, you're supporting small businesses and other families and helping them put food on the table or buy presents for their kids. So that Etsy is an option. And just trimming where you guys can trim in your budget. Obviously, you probably have done that already. And ultimately, it's always been worth it for me to stay at home.
I agree with you on the cost. I mean, for her to stay at home, it's not even a question because the cost is too high to have the kids go to daycare. But it's just finding things around the house. Like we have garage sales, we do consignment sales, we buy old furniture and flip furniture and make a little bit of money. I mean, the things we make money on is not, you're not getting rich quick on it, but it gets us through. It gets us through where we're at in life. And I would just say, do what you can. I mean, there's got to be some kind of passion or love or something you have.
Right. And what are you dreaming about? See, explore that. I'm such a dreamer. It's not even funny, but seriously, I have big dreams, you guys, and those dreams still live in my head, and they change sometimes, but they're still there, and it's still a goal for me to work towards. So, hi guys, I'm celebrating a new job. I was unemployed for a while. I'm living with my parents. I'm so grateful for that. But with this new job, I hope to rent within the next year. I'm paying off the little debt I have in the next couple of months and already have my emergency fund in place. Have a plan and stay positive. Sending you blessings. I love
Sums it up.
You know, it's just, today I'm just happy to be alive. Like the world can crumble and I am still standing. I'm still here. And I love that. Thank you. Stay positive. You want to read that one?
We're still on baby step 2. We end up spending more in December than other months, but it's all cash. I love you guys. Love you too. I would definitely buy a Debtisdum t-shirt.
I would buy one too. I would put that in my budget and I would wear it proudly. Yeah, December is probably the most expensive month out of the entire year.
Cash flow. Yeah.
Cash. And don't feel like a failure if you're like, oh man, I could have been that far ahead more in my baby steps. If you cash flowed December,
that means you didn't go that far backwards.
That's right. Be grateful for that. Thanks to watching your channel in late 2014, I started doing a budget for every month of 2015. I quickly saved up for baby step 1 and started paying cash for a lot of stuff and saving up for some big purchases. However, I am still holding on to my American Express card, which is my treat yourself card or emergency card. I feel it's time to let this card go along with the rest of them because my spending is getting out of hand. I have about $18,000 in debt. $12,000 of it is old medical bills. My Amex problem has to go so that I can make a significant effort to be debt free. I'm just scared of letting go of my last credit card. I'm just curious to know if anyone else had a hard time of letting go of a credit card. Thanks for all you do. This is why I love our community. You guys are amazing. I read the feed, your responses to Patty, and I was just cheering you all on. I love us, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna let Josh take this.
All right, tough love. Warning,
when this
warning,
question
warning.
comes up in our FPU classes, this is always.
Well, you know, let's get her done here. So there's always a couple, 2 or 3 people in our classes that we do that are just like, I'm not giving it up. It's mine. It's warm and it's mine. And so my thing to you right off the bat is I quickly saved up baby step 1. Quickly saved up, which tells me you've got more than enough income.
You've got
so
healthy income.
If you can save $1,000 like as quick as making it sound, you don't need a credit card because that $1,000 replaces the credit card. That thing should go in the shredder right after you watch this video.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got the cash, your $1,000, that is your credit card. That is your
until you get through your
emergency fund. That is your whatever fund to get you through. There's no need for it.
And it's amazing how far you can get on that $1,000. Like you can self-insure yourself for $1,000.
Yeah, because that free hat after $15,000 you spend on your Amex card it's not worth the free hat or the free plane ticket down to LA because that's as far as you can fly and you can't do it on every Tuesday, the 3rd year, the 4th month, on the 6th day that ends in W. You know what I mean?
I think that too, like what are you hanging on to? Why is this card so... Have you taken FPU? Because in the second lesson, I think it used to be second when we took it. It was where it talked about being slave to the lender and how those credit card companies are so good at manipulating us and having us play their games that we just go along with it. We buy into the idea that we always have to have a credit card, that Visa is the way we're going to fund our emergencies, or American Express. And once we watched that video, I got so mad at the credit card companies, and we had so many, you guys, that covered our table. We laid them out, we split them in two. He called and canceled that one, we cut them up if they were paid off, but we cut them all up, and then I did this pile. And that was the most freeing, liberating thing ever. I will never forget that feeling ever and how good it felt. And we've never regretted it. So you can do it, girlfriend.
Okay, a couple more things. So the emergencies, that would be your $1,000 that you have. So that gets rid of your emergencies. And your treat yourself card now becomes what you call a blow envelope with your name on it that you fill with cash once a month, and that's your treat yourself card, so to speak, but it'd be your cash envelope. You want something, pay cash for it. Second, this one's another good one. $12,000 in old medical bills. Call them up, see if you can't settle that.
If you have cash, settle it for very little, get everything in writing, and you'd be surprised at what they'll do.
They'll take a loss just to close that out. So if you got the money.
And keep me posted, sister. We want to celebrate with you the second that you cut up that credit card, okay? Okay, what is the service you speak of? Planning meals, what to purchase, etc. Many thanks. Once a month meals link down below in the description box. What do you do if you can't budget? My husband is a truck driver. Everybody can budget. No matter what your profession
you're just like.
We still have to get through these. If we don't answer your question, guys, please re-ask.
If your husband's a truck driver, go to Dave's site. There are irregular income forms specific for people.
Oh, that's what you're asking is irregular. Okay.
People that have an irregular income, like realtors and contractors and stuff like that, commission-based, and that will help you line out a budget on the money he does bring in when he does bring it in. Go check it out.
Okay. And the link to the Every Dollar, we love the Every Dollar budgeting tool. I love it, love it, love it. That's always down as well in the link in the description box. What percent of every paycheck should one save as an independent contractor working part-time? Thank you. Okay, so what percent of every paycheck? Are you familiar with the baby steps? Because it breaks it down. The 7 baby steps from Dave Ramsey is what we're talking about.
I think what he's saying is he's a contractor and he doesn't know how much to take out for taxes at the end of the year because he doesn't get taxed on his work. Again, the irregular forms.
See your CPA too.
See your CPA or whatever. But, if this is your first year, I guess it would be hard to figure it out. But I'm assuming that from what you're saying here, that my guess is this is not your first year. So you should know in the back of your mind if it's 25%, 30%, 40%. Or whatever, you should know what you need to kick back.
We just bought our home and are debt free besides this home. What is the best way to pay off our home early? We are already set up to make the bi-weekly mortgage payments on our 30-year loan, so we should be paid off in 23 years instead of the 30, just with what extra payments we have per year. One extra payment. What is the best route to pay it off even faster? We don't have a ton left over right now as we are still a single income, but would like to contribute what we can to paying it off early. I will be back to work in 5 years and we plan to funnel the majority of my checks straight to the house. But until then, what is the best plan? We also hope to have another debt-free baby in a year.
What's the best plan is to save for your baby because right now the house,
you guys are doing great on your
If you're going to hit it in 5 years, I would say do what you can. Obviously, the baby is a little more important than the house at this point, I would think. I would cash flow that.
Well, they're almost debt-free if you're going to have another debt-free and another debt-free baby.
And then wait
Plural.
5 years because if you're going back and you're kicking all your income, second income, back into the house,
You're fine. Just work the baby steps as you guys are going. Loved that Christmas rhyme. Something to wear, something to read, something they want, and something they need from last week. Brilliant. Streamline Christmas and remembering what's truly important. Okay, so this lady from last week, I had been racking my brain, guys. I have not bought one Christmas present for my girls yet, but Black Friday is coming up this week. Do you have a plan for Black Friday? And this lady that said she buys 4 things for her kiddos, something to wear,
and $40 or less,
something they want and something they need for $40 or less per kid. And I'm thinking I wanted to do a challenge. I'm thinking how I can do that with our girls because that would be incredible to only spend $40 on each kid and cover those 4 things.
I couldn't do it. We
could do it. And I've even thought about making, stuffer money by selling like Tennessee's old shoes or shoes that they've outgrown on a local swap page and then coming up because it is a very tight Christmas for us this year, you guys. We have our money going to other things. Hi from Australia. My hubby and I had a small win today. We went out. I said Australia wrong. It's Australia. I heard. That's how you're supposed to say it. My hubby and I had a small win today. We went out and did all of our Christmas shopping in one day using only cash from our Christmas sinking fund and any gift cards we had saved up. We even managed to come home with money. I had a list of presents we had to get and a rough price next to each. Then we walked around all of the shops looking for the best deal for each item. Our feet hurt by the end of the day, but it was so fun. We also managed to have quality couple time while our daughter was being looked after by family.
Nice.
I love that. That is my favorite thing to do. That is my favorite thing to do with you too, is we do that same thing as we
take
have a
one day and
grandparent
hammer it all out.
Watch the girls for a day and we go out.
But how freeing to get everything done that needed to get done, and it was all paid in cash. It's not going to follow you home after the first of the year.
Yeah, and I think that it's, have a plan, you guys, for we'll read that in a minute. Have a plan for Black Friday. Don't just blow it, and don't let this Black Friday be the reason that you're so behind in next year's progress. Okay? Seriously, think about what you're spending. If you max out your credit cards or spend half of your credit cards, it is going to sting next year when you're frustrated because it's not worth it. Like, join me. Do that $40 challenge with your kiddos and let's see how far we can get and how much it's going to help us next year in our finances. He has to read this one because he was laughing about it.
Oh, I do. It says, I'm so flipping excited.
Grace read this and she goes, is flipping a bad word?
Is that a bad word?
Mom?
I am so flipping excited. I am doing my tough love dance. I cannot wait for the t-shirts to come out. And you're taking them out every year around this time is even fabulous.
Wow.
I know, right?
I don't see this. This is a new side. So yes, Tough Love shirts are being designed, you guys, right now for 2016. They obviously won't make it in time for Christmas, but they'll be ready for you around the first of the year. So Tough Love shirts are going to be out every January, into December, early January time. And I just think that would be the most perfect way to start out a brand new year because it's a fresh start every single year. Every single month is a fresh start, but just something to look forward to. So thank you guys for watching.
That's it, man. Let's wrap that up. That's 5 pages.
Seconds. That was, well, I missed a couple. If I missed your questions, please leave them down below. But we love you guys and we just thank you and we're praying for you. This is a tough time of year to be on a budget.
Yep.
It's just especially as tough.
Good news is if you can get through this time of year on a budget, dude, you can do the rest of the year.
You can, and you can do it because there's a whole group of us doing it. So we love you guys. Thanks for being part of our family. And please subscribe, thumbs up this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Just later.
On the flip side, how is what you're doing right now working for you? Probably a lot of stress. I know it was for us before we had this.
Crickets.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But I mean, seriously, think about what you're doing now and the things that stress you out. And I bet going to a plan like this would be less stress.
My guess, I mean, we've been in your position where it sounds